Welcome back to Domingo Live. We're certainly glad that you're with us hoy por la mañana, you know, and we share our personal stories here because it reaches our community. Everyone has a personal story.
Right.
Sometimes we talk more than
we need to, right?
Than we need to. But you know what? It's personal stories that we share, not just ours, but those who join us as guests,
Exactly.
like this gentleman right here. Ram Chavez has been on the show, my goodness, since day one.
Since day
Since
one.
1965.
Since
Wow.
1965,
Well, well, maybe 64 with Freddie Martinez, but
Wow.
65, I got.
La cosa que mucha gente no sabe, and at least some of the later generations, is your not the veterans band, but before then there was Ram, the musician, the artist. Tell us about that.
Well, matter of fact, the first time when I organized my band, Ram y los Impalas, we came to the Domingo show. And Domingo liked us from the beginning. He
course.
kept pushing us that our first performance was that night in Alice, Texas at the Casey Hall.
There you go.
The band didn't show up, so they called him while we were on TV. So los arrancamos para el Galván Ballroom a practicar so much we era because we just concentrate on the show to kick off the band. And we were able to put a whole dance, and we had a great time, and it never stopped. And matter of fact, after Vietnam, Domingo Peña, we became the opening band for his caravanas because he had to hire union musicians.
Right.
One when he brought international, and he would not have them play because they played jazz.
Sure.
So they would just stand around, 10, 15. 10 musicians from Mexico, 10 union. 20 musicians from Mexico, 20 union members.
Reasonable.
So he said, you know what, Ram? I'm going to take care. You guys are going to join the union. So we became the union band, and we were able to play and open up for Relampagos and many other shows. He even had a show, you were not aware of this, at the Stardust with a spiral staircase. We opened.
Whoa.
There's things that I wish I could talk about.
There's so much.
There's a
so much.
lot.
And again, we go back to, we share these personal stories because we learn from them.
That's
We
right.
learn from them and we embrace our history and our culture. And that's truly why these personal stories are told.
Yes.
Like, for example, the latest honor that you received for the Veterans Memorial High School. They're naming the band hall after Ram Chavez.
I was surprised because I thought they named things like that after you die.
No, don't say that. No, but it
know,
just proves that, as you were talking before, your love of music, not only did you embrace it yourself within your life, but you also turned around and taught others,
Yes.
other kids growing up,
That
because of the fact that you love music.
3 things saved my life after Vietnam. Teaching music to kids.
It's beautiful.
Because immediately I was given the opportunity. I came back and immediately I put it behind and started reorganizing my band. And there's another story. Paulino Bernal had called me February 1967. Ram, I love your band. I heard it in my calendar. I want to record the band. I said, well, Paulino, I just got drafted. And he said something that I always respected him. He said, I told my brother's going to keep my band going. He said, I'll wait till you come back. And he waited. And to me, that's the word of a man.
Absolutely.
And he waited. And I got in April of '69, I got out of the Army. By June, I was ready with a reorganized band. I called him up. He said, Vente, we're going to record.
And you had been wounded.
Yes.
This is even after you were wounded.
Okay.
You were ready to come back and do this.
Yes. Because music was, and so music was there. And immediately, and then in '72, I retired the band because I was in school the whole time. I came back and I went back to school, put everything behind.
Sure.
And the director at Texas A&M Kingsville said, Ram, we're going to start our first summer camp, and we want you to teach the jazz band, and you're going to get paid. And I'm like, I'm a student, and I get to direct the band. So for 2 summers, I taught. So immediately I started teaching. And then they asked me to do the Moody Jazz Ensemble at Moody. So it never stopped. Then I graduated, became a band director, and continued.
Sure.
So I look back. See, in 2017, Barbie, I went back to Vietnam 50 years later.
Wow.
Some people know, some don't. 50 years later, I went back, and it finally came together. And I realized music had saved my life. Because immediately I put it behind, and music came in and boom, 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 started teaching. And here I am. I'm still teaching, except the kids are older.
Sure. There you go.
Sí crecen, sí
there you are
crecen,
right
¿verdad?
there.
There you are right there. Ram, what does Memorial Day mean to
I started a
you?
band in Vietnam. See, well, I forgot to tell you about that picture. I was safe. All the medics went out to the jungle except me. So I said, "Ooh, thank you, Bernard."
Sure.
Oh, he's taking care of me. You know?
There you go.
So let's organize a band. Immediately, I got there in September. By October, we had a band playing for barbecues on Sundays.
Sure.
And that's a picture taken after we had practice that Sunday.
Ram,
amazing.
what does Memorial Day mean to you?
My memorial is in my heart. This is what I remember. September 21st, a classmate got killed in Vietnam, 1967, Armando Rodriguez. November 21st, the young man that sat with me in the bus who got drafted got killed November 21st, 1966, Robert Ochoa. We went to school together. I visited his mom many times when I came back. I had to. On December 6th, my life changed. I was sent, 3 medics were killed, and 3 of us went out to replace them. I replaced the medic who got killed. Keep that in mind. Another one lost his leg at the hip. That's how bad it was on December 6th. There were 24 killed that day. I have a roster of those. Then on February 23rd, Rudy Vasquez from El Paso was killed. I recovered his body and saved the other 2 that were with him that were wounded. That's memorial. That's what it means to me. And I visited that church. It was on the courtyard of a church. And there's another story behind, but that's for another time. And then on May the 4th, my replacement arrives, Harvey Lincoln. We talked on the night of the 4th about his little boy, his wife in Houston. We visited after I briefed him on all the medical conditions of the man. I was a senior medic. On May the 5th, instead of getting in the helicopter like I'm supposed to, the supply chopper, I jump in the convoy to help the doctor set up the aid station. What are they going to do to me? That was my attitude.
Sure.
The fighting starts that night. The next morning, the body of Harvey Lincoln comes into the aid station. He had been killed less than 24 hours.
After being there.
Yes. Now this story is in a book, and I never spoke to the author. He witnessed it. Because when I saw him, I was attending to a wounded soldier. The battalion sergeant looked at me, and he said, I must have had some look. He said, "Ram, you're not going back." I said, "I am." I went back for 5 more days. Within those 5 days, I was wounded. 3 times I blessed myself because I thought it was going to be the end of Ram Chavez. That's memorial. That's what it means to me. Nothing else. Nothing else. Because if we who serve don't remember, pues quién?
Again. So you carry your memories
Yes.
as a memorial and as an honor
Yes.
to those that served with you and didn't come home.
I have visited every family of everyone who got killed in Vietnam. There's only one left. We finally found a niece and hope to go sometime this summer. Before the year's out, I'm going to go to Colorado and see the final family. Every family.
That's amazing.
In Georgia,
amazing.
in Indianapolis, in California, in Texas. I mean, we've been everywhere.
That says a lot about you, Ram, and that's just one of the reasons that you are being honored. And you were surprised with such a beautiful surprise with you getting your own name, and I mean, it's just
Thank you for your service.
thank
I
you
know
so
that
much
you
for your
have been.
service. That's right.
You've been thanked so many times, but you can never thank someone who is a living hero for doing what you did. But the other heroes that didn't come back.
Well, you know, I'm highly decorated, and I wear them on my chest. These are not for taking lives.
No,
These are for saving lives.
absolutely.
And that's why I wear them with pride and honor and respect, because that's what they're. I was a soldier too.
Sure.
Don't misunderstand me.
Yes.
I was a medic with a weapon, but these were decorations for recovering by saving the soldiers, and that's what it's about. And that's why I wear them very proudly, because it represents saving lives, not taking lives.
One more thing I want to talk about real quick. Ram and the Impalas. Something's happening with Ram and the Impalas. That's
Are y'all
the name of the
coming
group.
back? Are y'all coming back?
How many albums did you produce?
Two albums
Two.
and 24, 45, something like that.
There you go.
Wow.
And it's interesting because our first recording was in English.
Okay.
And it's on Chavez Records. That's Chavez in Villarreal.
There you go.
And the gentleman that paid for it, he said, "Come on." And he said, "Let's put your name on it." I said, "No. This should be your name. You paid for it." So we finally agreed with Chavez, SCHVIL.
There you go.
And that record is being played in San Antonio right now.
Oh my goodness.
So a few years ago, I started getting calls. "Hey, Ram, did you have a band?" I said, "I just heard a song in San Antonio." Wow. And then the other day, Magic 104 played some records. And then somebody else did too. So over the years, I've been getting these calls. And then I would see musicians like at the Jazz Fest, "Hey, Ram, we ought to get together, have a little reunion, da da da." So finally, they talked me into it. There's one coming from North Carolina, one from Florida, one from Colorado, one from California, 2 from Houston, possibly 3 to 4 from San Antonio, 1 from the Valley, and the others in the area. Out of the 50 musicians, and I remember every one of them, out of the 50 musicians, I contacted 29.
How about that?
13 have departed,
Sure.
and there's still 7 missing. I just found one in a nursing home, but I found all of them.
That's this is amazing.
that
It
is
really is
amazing.
because so Ram and the Impalas are going to reunite.
That was
For dinner.
for
dinner
dinner.
at least. For dinner at
Porque
least.
somos buenos para comer.
Sí, eso sí, eso
Pues
sí.
tienes que
On
to
June the
nourish
15th,
yourself.
yeah.
Very important. How did you find out that the Veterans Memorial High School Band Hall was going to be renamed with your name, and then what was your feeling right after that?
Well, first I got a call from a very fine media outlet, Channel 3.
Thank you.
And I said, "Wait a minute, hold on. No one has notified me. What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, we saw it on the agenda." I said, "Let's wait till Monday." I said, "Okay." So all weekend, not a peep. So I'm thinking, maybe they got it wrong. I did not get a call till 3 o'clock from Larry Elizondo, who was the one that had been carrying the application,
Larry.
to let me know that he was the one that submitted the application, and his committee, which I was shocked when the committee, Gloria Hicks,
Yes.
Chris Adler, Karen Uban, and
Amazing
himself.
people.
And then the school board member who carried into the board was Mr. Redondo, you know.
Yes.
And so I was touched by that. And then Mr. Redondo called me to tell me that the vote was now official.
We're so glad.
Well,
This is just such a
congratulations.
wonderful honor. And Ram, thank you.
That's
Always
right.
a pleasure to have you
It's
on Domingo Live.
definitely
Oh, thank you.
Te
deserved.
agradecemos, te
Ram.
agradecemos de todo
I
corazón.
was
Sí.
truly touched because I fought for band halls in 1983. And I don't know, the bond election passed. And the band hall that was built at Ray High School, brand new. The only thing I didn't pick was the carpet. 2 days, we're getting ready to move. We had started summer band. I get a phone call from downtown. "Ram, we have a school that nobody wants. It's a tough school. You know me, I love challenges." So I accepted the position as assistant principal at Cunningham Middle School because I wanted to help that community.
Right.
And I was told by band directors, "Why did you work so hard and now you're leaving?" I said, "Because it wasn't for me. It was for the kids and for the community. And it's been done." And because of that, all the 5 high schools got brand new band halls.
Wow.
Thank
Because
you.
that was not the original memo.
Yeah.
The original memo was, what are the needs of your program? And the 5 of us, one said, "I need 5 practice rooms." One said, "I want a higher ceiling." One said, "I need a soundproof room." One said, "I need a storage room." Ram Chavez, I threw a 28-page report. I want a complete complex. The band hall in the Ray High School is inadequate. And I stuck to it. Everybody laughed. I said, "No. The memo says, what are the needs of your program? These are the needs of my kids and the community." 3 years later, it was done.
You made it happen.
So
And it's
it
that-
touched me.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the civic mindedness that you have and that you've been able to deliver to Corpus Christi, and so many countless children have benefited because of that. So thank you from all of us here.
People like you
Thank you.
believe. You know,
That's
and I learned a long time ago, especially kids, they have a little antenna
Yeah.
and they can spot the good teachers and the bad teachers.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but I know you're honest. And when I became a principal, they would be running to the class. I gotta get to a class. There were 2 reasons. I love Mrs. So-and-so. I love Mr. So-and-so. Or if I don't know there, he's going, or they'd be dragging. "What's the matter?" "I don't want to go to class. Can I help you in the book room?" you know, so you could tell.
Yes.
So I always appreciate that so many folks have. It wasn't Ram by himself.
No.
I have never looked back. I know I'm talking too much, but another thing a lot of people don't know about this. I've been a speaker for Sam Houston, for the leadership class, for officers. I was not an officer. And it really touched me because I told them, if you're a leader, you don't have to look back who's following you. You will hear them. And I've never looked back.
Words to live by.
Yeah.
Ram, thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
your time.
much,
Thank
Ram, for
you
your
for having
time
us.
and for being here with us. We appreciate it.
We'll be right back with more Domingo Live after this.